Hello and welcome to Copperhead Road Homestead. This video is about propagating my blackberries, the thornless ones. So if you're interested in that, then stay tuned. I'm over here next to my thornless blackberries. I actually have some wild blackberries and thornless blackberries over here as well. This initially was a place that I'd transplanted some wild blackberries just to have them tamed here and then get rid of nearly everything else because, as you know, wild blackberries can go crazy. This video is about propagating my blackberries, the thornless ones. I'm over here and I've already done a little bit of this. I want to show you what I've done so far. But there's a little bit that I haven't done. I'll have to get you in here a little closer. So if you have any experience at all with blackberries, you know that they can tip root or you can air layer them and you can propagate them in other ways as well. But I want to show you what's been done or what's happened over here. I've kind of left this wild. Got some thornless blackberries from a friend and I put them over here and they've kind of just spread, and I just wanted to leave them alone. As they've spread, some of them have came down and touched the ground. And one of them did so right over here. So what I've been doing with that, whenever they come and touch the ground, they're creating a new plant right there where they've touched the ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clip this right here. See, it's, can you see how I'm kind of tugging at it and it's rooted? So I can just clip this right out here. And then this is a new plant right here. So this spring, there's several of them over here. I don't know how well you can see. You see this one right here? There's one right there. But then this spring, they'll come out and they'll create a longer plant and maybe start bushing out some more, and I can transplant some more over here as well. But this one that I cut off, it's kind of long and it's coming from over here. I want to show you what else I do with it. So I'm just going to clip it off over here. And one of the things that you want to do when you're propagating plants so you know which end is right is at the bottom side, you need to make a diagonal cut. Can you see that? So it's a diagonal cut there. And I put about 4 or 5 of these buds on each one. And I'll cut it right here. And at the top it's flat. You see, there's the top and there's the bottom. You see it's diagonal. That way I know the diagonal is the one that goes down in the ground. And there where I cut it, I'm gonna make another diagonal cut right here so I can make sure to find it. See, it's diagonal. And then I'm just gonna, this is kind of short, so not quite long enough to make 2 out of. So I'll just leave it long like this. And I'll show you what I do after I get done with that. So I'm up here near our property line where we have our arborvitae. I don't know if you can see them over there. And then there's another tree right here. I'll tell you about those another time. These are actually black locusts, but I'll tell you more about those in another video. If you haven't seen the videos about our arborvitae, it's one of my first ones. Go check it out. On the way over here, I grabbed a stick, and with the stick, I'm just gonna punch a hole in the ground. Right here next to my black locust. And remember, I'm gonna take the slanted side, I'm gonna stick it down the ground. I've got one more I can do that way. I'll show you one more. So I've got one more black locust over here. I've got several more actually, but I've already put them by several up on the property line and up over near our fruit trees and our elderberries as well. So we'll have a whole hedgerow of producing trees and plants. Black locusts have some things that are useful for them as well. But again, I'm just gonna take a hole. I'm gonna take my stick and make a hole like I did. And I'm gonna take the slanty side, the diagonal cut side, you know, that's the side that goes down, and just stick it here in the ground, leaving a couple of the buds up over the surface. So I did probably about 40 of these the other day, and it's probably been 5 days since I've done it. This is one of the ones that I did. I don't know if you can see very well. I might zoom in, but you see it's already leafing out. And what it'll do is, I've not put any rooting hormone on there. I didn't do anything at all to it. I just stuck it in the ground. And as it gets warmer, as spring progresses, then these roots will start growing, and then it'll get longer and bigger, and I can actually propagate more and more of them, maybe by layering them. But I'll have a whole row of edible landscaping right up here, and these are thornless, and I'm going to ultimately get rid of all my thorny ones, the ones that have that are wild, and just replace them with these these thornless ones. So I've got you in a little closer here so you can see. Can you see? No. So I've got it in the ground here. I've got a couple of buds just above the surface and a couple below the surface. You can see one right here and then one right here that's below or above the surface. And those will leaf out really good for me. Here's one more of them. I planted just a few days ago. See how well it's doing, a little closer up. Anyway, if you like this sort of thing, I really enjoy planting plants that I don't have to pay for. This is one easy way to propagate what you already have. Some things you need to put in rooting hormone, but a lot of things you don't. They'll just take off on their own. And then blackberries are one of those things that will take off on their own. If you like this sort of thing, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any notifications when we do live streams or anything else. YouTube will alert you whenever we do those things. So please come back again. Thanks.